If you've been considering getting a Bluetooth bidirectional scan tool, the TOPDON AD900 Lite is a pretty solid unit here. So when we talk about some of the details of it, we've got a full system diagnostic scan here, 8 maintenance resets, your repair info library, it's got the auto VIN lookup, as well as the battery tester optional. So you're looking at a 11.0 Android system here. You've got 2 gig of RAM, 32 gig of ROM. You got an 8-inch touchscreen, and this is a Bluetooth 5.0 capability. Now you've also got a USB port. You're able to connect on the Wi-Fi and a 5 megapixel camera, and also a 10,000 milliamp hour battery. So that's actually a 12-hour runtime on that battery life, and it works from hot to cold. Hey, so this right here is a pretty solid unit. So when it comes down to it, this being a bi-directional Bluetooth unit, what that means is you've got a VCI that plugs directly into your OBD2 port, and now this makes it a Bluetooth unit that you can walk around the vehicle for 33 feet doing your diagnostics and your scan. And with being a bi-directional unit here, this gives you the capability to be able to send a signal out to the wipers and relays and motors to be able to have that real-time feedback on is that system operating correctly or not. So that's going to cut down on your diagnostic time by having that Bluetooth bi-directional unit. So we talk about the different hot resets on this. We're talking the oil, the throttle adaptation, the emergency parking brake, your steering angle resets, your DPF regens. You've even got your ABS bleeding and your battery maintenance options as well. Now the battery maintenance, there's additional software that comes with that, but it is capable of, supporting that. So you also have other things like your engine, your trans, your air conditioning, tire pressure monitoring. So you got a lot of details that are built in with this. So as you see, the battery testing, the cranking test, charging test, this is all capable within this unit here. So you also look at, as far as capability of this, the AD900 is compatible with 1996 and newer for many of the vehicles, and it's growing. So all the way up to 2023, and new software is coming up for the updates. So this right here is going to cover 60 plus models and over 10,000 different vehicles. But when it comes down to it, this right here is going to have many functions, and it's going to cover many of the vehicles that are common. So you're talking the Acura, Audi, BMW, you've got the Buick, Dodge, GMC, Honda, Hummer, Isuzu, Lincoln, Oldsmobile, Pontiac, Nissan, Mitsubishi, the Volkswagen, and the Land Rover, Mercedes. So pretty solid unit when it comes to, vehicle capability. But then you move into as far as your warning light library, and you can find that you've got the anti-lock brake system, your airbag, battery charging, brake fluid, brake pads, your oil pressure, steering control, as well as your traction control. You've got the tire pressure monitoring, transmission, washer fluid, DPF resets and regens, your check engine light, your AD blue, power limit. Hey, this thing right here is pretty solid when it comes down to it. So this right here, also when it comes to the TOPDON support, you're looking at the 1-year warranty on this with 2-year free updates on this. And after the second year, you can choose to update if you decide that you need to. And when you do, that will be looking at the 120 on the year when you decide to. Now you also, have 30-day money back or exchanges coming with the TOPDON AD900. So they stand behind it and they support it. And with that in mind, you have peace of mind without any buyer's remorse. So another couple of functions that the AD900 has that many of the others will not. You've got a place that you can plug in a landline. You've also got the USB-A port, the DC charging. And this one even has the HDMI port, so that way you can plug it up to an external monitor. So one thing that is a huge benefit on this, it has an external storage capability. So you got a TF card that you can add into there, and you're talking up to 128 gig of extra outside storage there. So when it comes down to it, this right here is a pretty solid unit. And you can even find that once you start looking into the system here, you can see that you can go online with Chrome. And another thing as far as saving your files, it's pretty compact as far as being able to store this stuff, as well as being able to track it down when you need it the most. But then you start moving into other things like being able to check your email, going back to your camera, your sound recorder, as far as, if you're listening inside the engine bay, you can understand what's going on with that. So it just gives you a lot of different functions, as far as diagnostics, not to mention when you start doing things like your freeze frames, your data reports, and you're overlaying those. So that way you can actually pinpoint that misfire. But the AD900 is on on sale right now for their spring glow up. And this right here is supported in 12 different languages, as well as as far as the ports, as far as plugging it in, the 110, the 50 hertz. So this is pretty capable of those options as well. So if you want to find more details coming from the TOPDON AD900 mid-range diagnostic scan tool, that's Bluetooth and bi-directional, this is definitely the time to check it out. The AD900 will not disappoint. Check it out, guys. It's right here in the link down below if you want to find out more details on that, or comparing it to the 500 and 600 that has free lifetime updates, or things like the Pro and the 800 BT, as well as the Nano. So if you want to start doing key programming and immobilization, so that's going to also give you the sensors outside the vehicle. So I'll put a few different ones in the link down below, but you can also just look at the individual, see which one's right for you. But check it out, guys.